Hello, everyone, and welcome to my home and away news. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives Christine Brown talks courage it took to write tell-all book. Sister Wives star Christine Brown Woolity is sharing how much courage it took to write her upcoming tell-all memoir. She has been promoting it over the last several months, and fans are chomping at the bit to see what she will spill. So, how hard was it to spill the tea? Keep reading for more details. Christine Brown talks courage it took to write books. Sister Wives fans watched as Christine Brown Woolity was the first wife to pull the plug on their marriage to Kody Brown. She was his third wife, but wanted far more than he was and would give her. He was deeply in love with his fourth and final wife, Robyn Brown, and clearly favored her. Therefore, Christine saw their romance dwindling, and then he removed intimacy from their over 25-year marriage and decided it was over. She has since found love and marriage with David Wooley, while still remaining a staple of the hit TLC series. After other wives teased this happening, Christine was also the first to take the plunge into writing a tell-all. She claims that it will expose everything, but it was not an easy feat. The mother of 6 took to her social media to share a new professional photo. She also noted that she was so shocked at how she was able to have the courage to write this book. Moreover, she cannot wait for everyone to read it when it becomes available on September 2nd, 2025. Christine also added the dates for her book tour, which will be short but well worth it. Not only is it available in hard copy, but also in audio form, where the Sister Wives star recorded it herself. Apparently, the fanfare surrounding the memoir was so high that bookstores had to order extra copies after the pre-sale. This means that Christine will get all of the credit and praise that she has long deserved, yet only if she truly tells all. The excitement is real. Sister Wives fans are more than ready to read Christine Brown Wooley's book. Of course, some stated that they watched it all play out on television, so why read about it? However, that was an edited and condensed version of Christine's life. Now she can say and do whatever she wants and feels, with her followers sharing their excitement. It will be incredible to see how well the memoir does and if it lives up to the hype. Regardless, it was a brave act to write this in the first place. Christine Brown has always been known as the bright, warm-hearted presence on Sister Wives. Over the years, fans watched her navigate plural marriage, motherhood, heartbreak, and ultimately, a stunning rebirth into independence after leaving Kody Brown. But as she prepares to release her long-awaited tell-all memoir, Christine is opening up about something fans may not have realized, just how much courage it took for her to put pen to paper and reveal her truth in a world that often tried to silence her. For Christine, the book isn't just a collection of stories from her life. It's an act of reclamation. Writing it meant digging into wounds that she once buried under the smiling surface viewers saw on screen. It meant peeling back layers of denial and shame. And most of all, it meant finding the voice she had been told for years wasn't strong enough, wasn't important enough, and wasn't worthy enough of being heard. Finding the strength to begin. Christine admitted that starting the book was the hardest part. For decades, she had trained herself to keep certain feelings locked away. As the third wife in a plural marriage, she often struggled with jealousy, neglect, and loneliness. But she also felt tremendous pressure to keep the family's image intact. When you live in that world, she explained in a recent interview, you tell yourself that silence equals strength. You don't rock the boat, you don't say what hurts, you just keep smiling. But when I left, I realized silence wasn't strength at all. It was a prison. That realization was what pushed her to begin writing. The first pages were raw and shaky, as if she wasn't sure she had the right to tell her story. But soon, the words began to flow. Memories surfaced, both painful and empowering. And Christine began to realize that she wasn't just writing a book. She was rewriting her life on her own terms. Courage in confronting the past. One of the most courageous parts of the process, Christine admitted, was confronting the moments she had tried hardest to forget. Writing about her crumbling relationship with Kody, the favoritism she witnessed, and the slow erosion of her self-esteem forced her to relive emotions
I
she
sat
sat
at
my
my
desk
desk
and cried, she revealed. I didn't want to admit how small I had made myself to keep the peace. I didn't want to admit how long I had been unhappy. But the truth has a way of demanding to be told, no matter how much it hurts. Christine shared that she sometimes worried about the backlash. Would Cody lash out? Would Robin accuse her of rewriting history? Would her children feel betrayed by her honesty? The doubts came often, but so did the reminders of why she had to continue. Every time I thought of stopping, Christine said, I remembered the women out there watching me, women who feel stuck, women who feel unseen. If I couldn't be brave for me, I could at least be brave for them. A legacy for her children. For Christine, another powerful motivator was her children. She wanted them to have her full story, not the edited version presented on reality television. Writing the book gave her a chance to show them the strength it took to walk away, but also the flaws, the mistakes, and the lessons she learned along the way. I want them to know their mom wasn't perfect, but she was brave, she explained. I want them to see that you can choose yourself without losing your family, that love doesn't mean staying somewhere you're not valued. Writing this book was my way of leaving them a piece of my heart that's completely unfiltered. Her kids, she said, became her biggest cheerleaders in the process. Each word on the page felt like a step closer to healing, not just for Christine, but for her family as well. Fear of breaking the silence. Even after years of separation from Cody, Christine admitted there was still fear in breaking the silence. She had been conditioned to believe that speaking out was wrong, even dangerous. That fear never fully left her, as she wrote. It felt almost rebellious to tell my truth, Christine confessed, like I was breaking a sacred rule. But then I realized that's exactly what courage is. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing to speak anyway. The courage to break silence, she hopes, will inspire other women who feel voiceless in their own lives. She knows some fans may be shocked by the depth of her revelations, but she believes honesty is the only way forward. Healing through honesty. As Christine continued to write, something unexpected happened. She began to heal. The process of putting her story into words was like releasing years of pent-up emotion. The anger softened. The sadness lifted. And in its place grew a sense of peace she hadn't known before. Writing the book was therapy, Christine admitted. It reminded me that I wasn't just a victim of my circumstances. I was a survivor. I was someone who had the courage to leave, the courage to rebuild, and now the courage to share. That healing is what makes the book more than just a tell-all. It's not about revenge or bitterness. It's about truth, growth, and the possibility of joy after heartbreak. Christine says that while she does not shy away from the difficult parts, she also celebrates the resilience, the laughter, and the freedom she found once she stepped into her own power. The future beyond the pages. Now that the book is complete, Christine feels both relieved and nervous. She knows the release will stir conversation, spark debate, and perhaps even anger some. But she also knows it will empower many more. I've already lived through the hardest part, Christine said with a smile. The hardest part was living a life where I felt invisible. The hardest part was convincing myself I wasn't worth more. Compared to that, releasing this book feels like victory. Christine hopes her memoir will be a reminder that it's never too late to choose courage, no matter your age, your circumstances, or your fears. Her story, she believes, is not just about leaving a plural marriage, but about reclaiming a life that was always meant to be her own. I want people to read it and think, if Christine can do it, maybe I can too. That's what gives this book its real purpose. A courageous chapter. As Christine Brown prepares to share her memoir with the world, one thing is clear. Writing it was an act of bravery that required her to face fears, confront truths, and embrace her authentic self. For years, she lived in the shadows of someone else's story. Now, she is the author of her own.